Okay, so a little bit about ShopAdvisor. So ShopAdvisor, we're a 3-year-old company. The whole premise of the company is helping people shop at point of discovery. What that means is we basically saw a lot of research that show that 99% of the people that discover a product are not ready to take the credit card and buy it immediately. Of course, my wife is exceptional to that rule. Except my wife, everyone else probably want to start their shopping process, right? They want to learn more. They want to kind of look at other products, and then maybe then they're ready to go in and buy it at the store. Or maybe they want to wait until the next paycheck, or maybe when the product is available or the price is down. So we recognize that natural shopping behavior, and we build a platform that caters to that natural shopping behavior. What we did is we have a big data platform that connects to 16,000 stores in the US. We ingest every day information about 210 million products. So we index and we index those products, and we virtually know everything about those products. You know, all the pricing, availability, location, all whatever you want. And then what we've done is we've exposed that data in again in a very optimized shopping experience that can fit to any kind of media, and it can be run on any kind of device. Then we partner with Gimbal, and we've integrated into that element also proximity. So we wanted to run a test, a pilot, to see what's the power of proximity and mobility with one of our partners. So what we've done is we ran, before that is, right now ShopAdvisor, we already integrate with the big media companies. They use us like Hearst, Time, Condé, those guys are using our shopping experience to basically shop enable their content. We have big retailers and brands that are using our shopping experience to optimize their marketing across any kind of devices, and because that drives a lot more engagement, consideration, and intent on their, from their marketing activities. Plus, what we also have, we have our own branded application. We have the ShopAdvisor mobile apps. I'm pretty sure all of you guys downloaded it. If not, then please download it. Of course, give us 5 stars. And we have a few, you know, we have a couple million users that are actually using that. Great. So we've run a pilot, and what we wanted to prove with that pilot with Gimbal is to basically show that by integrate mobility and proximity into out-of-home, we can drive a much greater user experience, and we can drive measured in-store traffic. So that was, and then we could drive some, you know, attribution and analytics into that element. And that was very interesting because no one actually, at least that I'm aware of, did it before. So we wanted to kind of try it out. So what did we do? We ran a campaign with one of the biggest brand retailer, which is, I cannot mention who that brand is. We ran it for 5 weeks. We placed 150 out-of-home ads around a few blocks away from their stores. And then what we've done is we put beacons in those ads, and we've put beacons in their stores. And then we ran that for 5 weeks, and of course, we targeted only the ShopAdvisor mobile users. So privacy is very, very important for us, and of course, for all ShopAdvisor users that participated, and as you just saw right now from the presentation before me, in order every ShopAdvisor user that downloads ShopAdvisor, we actually ask the user explicitly to opt in, and there is a push notification. Actually, there is a dialogue that comes in and asks them if they're okay. You know, they need to approve, opt in that they are enabling location and beacons. So that's kind of, we only target those users, and all the data and all the things was anonymously, so we actually don't know anything about, you know, no information or personal information about our users, and of course we never share that information since we don't have that. Good. So how did the pilot go? So we put, as I said, there is an out-of-home ads. We put a beacon there, so a user walk by the ad. As soon as they walk by the ad with a ShopAdvisor app, and the app doesn't have to run, it just needs to be installed on the mobile phone, it sends them a push notification with a private offer, like for example, you know, $10 off, you know, the winter collection at the store near you, and we actually tell the store. The user, when they push the push notification, they open the ShopAdvisor, and ShopAdvisor provide them, show them kind of the offer in the app itself, as you can see over there. And then when they tap that, an optimized shopping experience opens up, and that has, I'll show you the stuff, but it basically has an in-store coupon, store locator, and some promoted products, we call it a lookbook, of the products that the retailer wanted to feature. Then the user, when the user goes to the store, we can actually track that they enter the store because we put a beacon there so we can know for sure that they just enter the store. Good. So when the users also just, what is that lookbook is, when the user open that shop, that private offer that they get, as you can see, they get that shopping experience. There were a few offers. It depends on the location of the user. It depends on the type of the user. We try to kind of optimize that. And that include, as I mentioned, it include a few products that they can go in and browse and look at, and they can save it for later. They could, look at a few other products. And of course, they could see also the store locator and can see the coupons that they can redeem at the store. So what were the results? So we ran the numbers, and what we saw was 16% of the people that we targeted and we contacted them went all the way to the store and actually get to the store, which the numbers kind of blew us away. So first, of course, I was sure that we made a mistake. So we looked at the data and researched it and see how the hell can that be, because any other proximity element, it's less than 1%, way less than 1%. So how come we got such a great, I'm sure our app is great, but it's not that great. So we looked at that. What did we do right, intentionally and unintentionally? So the things that we've done is, what we've seen is 66% of the people that, if I'm trying to remember from my memory, 66% of the people that basically got the notification, open that notification, and actually browse that shopping experience. So actually they open it, look at it, and start looking at some of the products. They actually went to the store. And if you think about it, that kind of makes sense, just because they got a push notification. It was not about there's $5 discount somewhere. It was more about now you can start your shopping behavior, and you can start learning more about some products, and it's related to what they want to do. So that actually gave them, got the user to go down from their discovery all the way to, their shopping funnel. The next interesting thing is, which we were very surprised, is 2/3 of the people actually open that push notification, that experience. They open it after 2 hours or more. Some of them actually open it after a couple days, which was a surprise to us, but it kind of makes sense, because if you are walking right now or driving to work and you get that push notification, you don't have time to look at it right now and say, okay, I'm going to go to the store. But you might actually remember that you got a push notification, and when you're at home, or maybe even during the weekend, now you can go back, and then you can go in and look at it and start looking at this thing, and then a couple days later, you can go up to the store, which at any other kind of advertisement or perspective, it's either now or never. You have the banner, it's either now you click and see it, or you can forget about it. So ability to let the user save it and then be able to interact it at their time, whenever it's comfortable for them, that actually drove a lot of the elements. And then what we've seen is when we target users that have affinity to that retailer or that brand, then we saw 2.6x more probability that the user is going to go to the store versus users that do not. And when I'm saying affinity to the brand is that ShopAdvisor user either search for that brand, that product for the brand, shop previously, they have it on their watch list, so they basically save it for later. So when we target those users, that means that those users right now are aware of that brand, they're in the market for that brand. We just gave them a private offer. For them, they didn't see it as an ad, they saw it as a service. So they basically acted much higher. So when you look at all those things together and you drive that, then you basically, that's why we're able to deliver that information, those results. The other thing that we got from that, which was very interesting, at least to the, from our pilot and then for the retailer and brand that worked with us, was the data that we provided, which was, was valuable. Now we actually can provide, it's the first time where we could show attribution all the way from early impression of out of home all the way to in-store traffic. And not just that, now we could tell them which kind of users, what kind of message, actually how does it relate to product affinity, and then the timeline from the first impression all the way until they actually went to the store. So the dimension of product affinity for the user's time and proximity played there very well, and we were able to actually, the first time, actually show some data that actually show that capabilities. So in summary is when you actually integrate product affinity with mobility and proximity and provide that over time, let the user interact with it over time, that delivers stunning results. If you have any other questions beside now, by the way, you can always contact me or my colleague Adam Shapiro that is also with me here, is over there. Any questions? Or my funny accent, you couldn't understand what I was saying with my funny accent. Yes. Yes. Yeah, so as I mentioned, in our platform, if you look at our platform, right now what we have this contextual map where we have the users coming in and provide us their affinity regarding products and proximity and capabilities. We have products that we know everything about 210 million products, and then we know the third element of the retailers, which retailers actually sell it, what's the price point, availability, and things in that nature. When we take that contextual map with also the user, and now we're adding proximity into it, and then move it over time, so we have the relationship with the user over time, that gives us a very powerful platform that we think that differentiate us and provide value to the advertisers, brand, and retailers.
So let's say as a user, I want to download the app.
Yes.
Some of the benefits are store discounts. Any other benefits as a ShopAdvisor user?
Yeah, so ShopAdvisor, we are like all the rest of the comparison shopping apps, so you could search for a product and we show you all the other capabilities, but the uniqueness of what we do is we're not in your face on you're going to buy it right now. We're actually going to provide you price history and reviews, and we're going to let you also save it for later, and you could tell us, remind me when the price dropped by 10%, or remind me when I'm at the store, or remind me when something significant happened, like in these cases, we reminded the users. And that's kind of, so we did all the big no-nos that everyone else is doing, where we recognize that you don't want to buy right now, so I'm not pushing you right now. It was more about, let me help you, tell me which products you're interested in, and I'll help you shop because I'm connected to them and let you know when the price or time or availability or location is ready.
So if I was a ShopAdvisor user, let's say one of your merchants is Macy's, and if I was in a Macy's stores, I would get a push notification, on the mail and say, hey, we're having a sale on suits or something like that, and it would send a coupon.
Yeah, so if Macy's, yes, so if you are in the market if you're now told that I'm interested in that, Bose, I'm interested in the, whatever, see how much I know about suits, but I'm interested in a specific suit, and right now I know that you are there, and they are one of our proximity partners. We'll let you know that that suit right now is 10% off, and you can find it in aisle 3. Or if Macy's right now dropped the price by 10% right before Black Friday, we'll let you know that, hey, now it's available at Macy's at this element. Yes. I don't know if there is, we haven't done, what we've done there is we actually gave a 2 days notice.
Okay.
So basically the offer there, basically we send you the offer and then you can see it, and we said it's available in the next 2 days. After 2 days, you cannot even open it. We take it out. So we did put some time pressure on you, but yeah, and that seems to get the user. And then we tested it. We said 2 days, within 5 days, 10 days, 1 day. We try to see which one actually works better. I think the immediacy didn't play nice, and yeah, we're not in that market. We didn't think it makes sense, especially when you have, when you go after a brand retailer. It's not about go to Starbucks to get, coffee. This is about buying clothes. And yes. Yes. So we basically we segment the users to a few segments, but we'll segment that users that never actually search for that brand, the products of that brand or retailer, or never shopped for them, or never watched a product from them. That was that segment. Then we had a segment that basically said of users that previously either bought, searched, or watching a product from that brand retailer. So that's how we were able to kind of see, that's how we said those group has a brand affinity for that brand and retailer. Yeah, because the same group of people walk by those, walked by that. We did the same thing. We sent them the same messages. We traced, see how their behavior, and we saw how many of them actually came to the store. Yes. Yes.
Do you have any purchasing ability for on your ShopAdvisor, or like a paid service or something?
Yeah, no. So we forward the user to the store to complete the transaction. Yeah. So we don't know the credit card of the user. We have no the names. We don't know. We just know that we're never going to ask you for your name or anything like that. No. So, but we don't do the transactions.
There's apps now, I think Starbucks and stuff like that, where you can, somebody's near Starbucks, they'll say, hey, you want to buy
So,
usual?
yeah, no, I'm coming from, my previous company was Nokia. I used to work for Nokia, and Nokia privacy was way up in there. So when we started the company, it was very much about privacy of the users are very, very important for us. I don't want to save that information. Yeah, not yet. We're not doing that. Yes. I don't think they no. So if they download the ad, that was a coincidence, because in that ad it never said download the app and get whatever. It was just a simple ad, out-of-home ad, and then we only target ShopAdvisor users that opt in for proximity and location.
So ShopAdvisor app supports
Yeah, not everyone opt in, but yeah. Yes. Actually, that's, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong here, and I'm sure the developer's going to kill me, but that's even a feature that Apple iOS actually provide, because if we ask you you got to prove, please enable location, and if your Bluetooth turns on, then first you need to do the Bluetooth. So I think that's part of you. So that's the thing where you got to, when we target users, when users need to be proximity, they need to, and the opt-in is very aggressive here. You need to open your Bluetooth, right? You need to tell me that you are willing to accept push notification, and then you need to tell me that you are willing to accept, beacon and location-based services. Yeah. So I don't have the exact number, but yeah, there's a lot. I mean, we clearly see that more and more users are moving in. At the beginning, not all of our users. I mean, just a small percent of the users were able to complete all those opt-in process. But now we see every day that it's actually growing really, really nicely. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, so actually that's a great question. So it turns out that was a great learning for us, which I haven't put it in, but for the developers it will be interesting. So it turns out, again, I used to be a developer, so I'm retired. I hanged my developer capability, but it turns out that iOS, go in and check for the beacons every, I can't remember how many seconds, a few, 10 seconds or 30 seconds. So it could be So when we actually tried to put it on the bus, we just tried to kind of do that pilot. Turns out if the bus passes quickly, then it doesn't find it. And we saw it because we had two people standing, actually we had two employees standing in and the bus passed in. Both of them are enabled, they are ShopAdvisor users. One of them got it, the other one didn't get it. And when we started debugging this thing, why? We saw it that if the bus or the car, whatever, moves, and it wasn't the right time that iOS was sampling, then it won't grab it. But if the bus stops, so if it's in a stop, where the bus stops or whatever, then of course it will grab it. Any other questions? Yes.
How do you decide the content to push? Is it purely by location or by the user behavior, or you let the user sign up for the category he or she is interested
In that case, it's I want to say all of the above. So what we did is, of course, when we pushed your push notification, if you're next to a specific stores, because we did a few ads against every store. So when we used next to a specific store, we said, here's $10 off, and you can redeem it at that specific store. So it was location driven for those one. And then if we knew that, we tried a few of them to see what kind of offers we could actually play in, and then we see how the user actually behave it. And then we tried also in time. Should we contact the user every day? And then we tried a few days and see how the user actually behave on that. Yeah. So we did try a few kind of, based on a few elements. Good. Thank you.